US President-elect Donald Trump on Wednesday invited Chinese President Xi Jinping to attend his inauguration in January. That's according to a CBS News report on Wednesday. It said that Trump invited Xi right after the November 5th election, but it's unclear if he accepted. It would be unprecedented for the leader of China, a major US rival, to attend a US inauguration. The Chinese embassy in Washington did not immediately respond to a Reuters request for comment. Trump said in an interview with NBC News last Friday that he and Xi got along very well and recently communicated. However, he has picked several China hawks for key posts, including Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State. Trump said he will add a 10% tax on Chinese goods if China doesn't do more to stop the illegal trade of the drug fentanyl. He also warned of higher tariffs, over 60% on Chinese goods, during his campaign. In November, China warned of a possible trade war if Trump makes good on his campaign pledge to raise tariffs.
South Korean President Yoon Suk-yeol vowed on Thursday to fight to the end, even as his own party shifted closer to vote to impeach him over his short-lived martial law order last week. Yoon's first comment since he apologized for the martial law declaration on Saturday came in the form of a lengthy televised address.
We must prevent the forces and criminal groups that have led the paralysis of government administration and disorder of national constitution from taking over the state administration and threatening the future of the Republic of Korea, no matter what. I will fight to the end.
Yoon went on to claim without evidence that North Korea had hacked South Korea's election commission, throwing doubt on his party's crushing election defeat in April. Yoon also appeared to defend his decision to declare emergency rule in the first place, referring to the opposition Democratic Party, which has blocked some of his proposals, as criminal groups that must be stopped from taking over government. Again, Yoon gave no evidence of criminal activity. Yoon is hoping his political allies will rally to his support, but after watching his fiery address Thursday morning, the leader of Yoon's own People Power Party responded that the time had come for the president to resign or be impeached by parliament. Meanwhile, Democratic Party leadership said Yoon's address was a, quote, display of extreme delusion and called on members of the president's ruling party to vote to impeach him. Protests calling for Yoon's impeachment continued in the capital Seoul on Wednesday. A second impeachment vote in parliament is expected on Saturday, a week after the first one failed due to a ruling party boycott. South Korean media reported that another of their lawmakers publicly declared support for impeachment on Thursday, bringing the total number to 7. At least 8 People Power Party lawmakers are needed for the 2/3 majority required to impeach Yoon. Even so, the party remains deeply divided, and Yoon continues to have the backing of many of their lawmakers.
All we could hear from our houses were strikes and explosions, strikes and explosions. So we asked what was going on, and a sailor told us that some people who live in these surrounding buildings filmed the strike on the commercial port and the vessels that belong to Syria.
Korean Air said Thursday it has completed its long-drawn-out acquisition of local rival Asiana. That creates one of Asia's biggest airlines. The $1.3 billion deal was first announced 4 years ago, making it the longest time ever to complete a tie-up between two carriers. Progress was hampered by competition concerns. Korean had to make significant concessions to mollify watchdogs around the world. That included handing routes to other airlines and selling off Asiana's cargo business. Now the enlarged group looks set to account for just over half of South Korea's passenger capacity. and it will rank 12th among world airlines, measured by international capacity. That's all according to a Reuters analysis of available data. Korean says the takeover will not mean layoffs. It says Asiana will be run as a subsidiary for 2 years before the companies are fully integrated. The new entity will then retain the Korean Air name, but under new branding. A single low-cost carrier will also be created as part of the reorganization.
With a steady grip, 82-year-old Katia Volare is scaling the rocky slopes of Rio de Janeiro's Morro da Urca hill. Volare attributes her physical fitness to a consistent diet, regular exercise, and a dose of vitamin C. My health is not achieved through medicines, she says, adding that she takes vitamin C because a doctor told her it would help with wrinkles. Volare says she's been a vegetarian since she was 35. Her climbing instructor Rafael Rain says climbers a fourth her age don't compare to her strength and determination.
We bring people here who are 20, 25 years old, and they don't do half of what she does, whether it's posture, leg strength, or even good humor and jokes. She teases me, and I tease her. All of this is part of the process to relax on the wall and take the focus away from fear.
For Volare, she says it comes down to eating well and strengthening your muscles. She adds it's important to push yourself, but always be aware of what you're doing. Challenge nature, yes, but with awareness, she says. I think that's very important.